Good evening, good evening, good Thursday, 70-degree weather evening. Good evening, you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, The Blues Factory. Live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget the cash app. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Want to say good evening and welcome to the Blues Factory again. My co-host is not with us this evening. He's having car trouble. I told him to get rid of that hoopty and get a real car. Mr. Al Livingston, we miss you, baby, but I'm sure he'll be back next week. Now, I want to say... I have to get all my stuff out the way early. I'm by myself today, but I have guests coming. And you know how us folks are. We on CP time. But I'm pretty sure that they'll be here. I want to talk about the festival that's going on in Idlewild. July the 1st, which is July the 4th weekend. We got a festival going on at the Mid-Michigan Idlewild Event Center featuring yours truly, Priscilla Price, and the one and only Mr. T.J. Hooker Taylor, who's Johnny Taylor's son. And he's been here before, and it's going to be a one heck of a show. And I'm glad that we will be able to bring him to Idlewild with Miss Vivian Webb and the Mid-Michigan Idlewilders. Also on July the 15th, they got the festival going up there, the Blues and Jazz Festival at the Event Center with the Mid-Michigan Idlewilders, and that's going to be, I know they said something about a bus, but y'all know how that go. Y'all should have had your money in back in February. The last payment was due. Last payment due July 1st. That's for the bus that's going. They have a bus that's going to Ottawa. You can contact Miss Vivian Webb at 313-300-1455. You can contact her about tickets for this event on the 15th, but you can also contact her about the July the 1st festival that they're having there at the Mid-Michigan Idlewild Event Center. That's a beautiful place. If you haven't been there, you really need to go. And don't forget that August the 5th at the in Idlewild at the Yates Township Hall in Idlewild, they're doing the Idlewild Jazz and Blues Festival, and it's free. So make sure that you call Miss, if you don't want to drive, you can call Miss Bernie at 313-864-6874 and get on the bus. And the bus, I'm telling y'all, the bus is out of sight. Sit back and relax and get on the bus and have your cocktail or whatever and go on up there for the 5th of August. That's August the 5th at dang, Miss Meeks, girl, you need to call me. Because I got people that want to go, but anyway, get on the bus. Don't call me. Get on the bus and go and call Miss Bernie and get on the bus if you don't feel like driving. Also, Thursday jam session at the Right Choice Hall, which is at 9157 Gratiot. Go on by there and hang out with Lil' Kim. I call her Lucky Charms, but it's Miss Kim Lewis. Go on by there and have some fun with her and Carl. They have the Cold Cut Band that come and hang out, and it's a jam session, and it's $10 to get in, and the food is excellent. So go by there and have something to eat. I'm telling you, it's gonna be out of sight. So Go on by there and hang out with Miss Kim. And the Mother's Day Blues Festival down in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. I wanted to go down there and do that show, but I mean to see the show, but I don't think they're gonna let me go. Cause Rockstar, he got this bus trip going, and it's $600 per person for double occupancy. You can get a room with somebody, or either you can get a single room, and that's $720. And but you get on the bus and ride from here to Mississippi. Go on down there and hang out with Mr. John Reed. And they got a lot of people on the show. I don't know what I did with my list that I had all of those people on the show. They had Pokey Bear. They had everybody on that show. And don't forget to call for more information. You can call 313-775-6081. That's for the Mother's Day show down in Mississippi. Now, coming here, baby, to Shane Park. Well, I still call it Shane Park. It's Aretha Franklin's amphitheater. That's the Southern Soul on the River. This is her second annual Southern Soul on the River show. And it's going to be out of sight. She got Willie Clayton. She got T. Marvin, J1, West Love, Tina P, and Coco, DJ Fuji. And I think the tickets go on sale this week at the box office and at Ticketmaster. You can also go to the box office down at the Aretha Franklin Amphitheater and get your tickets for that show. That's going to be an out-of-sight show. Sir Charles Jones. It's Friday. I'm going to party till the lights come on. I sure am. He said he did his work this week. Sir Charles Jones and West Love, my girl, my girl, my girl, my girl. And J1, I ain't never heard of a young boy singing the blues like he do. Woo-wee. That little young boy, I know he can sing some blues. And don't forget Mr. Willie Clayton. I had the pleasure of working with Willie Clayton out in Kansas City, Missouri, at a breakfast. Early in the morning, they had gallons of liquor on the table. Boy, I tell you, that was an out-of-sight show. Now, we're going to be doing a lot of good stuff here. I think Mr. Rogers getting ready for his jazz show that's coming up. He didn't tell me when it was. I have some sponsors that has been sponsoring my show, but I can't pull this shit up, Punchy. So you're gonna have to give me some stuff so I can talk to Mr. Booker T. Matter of fact, I will call you when I get off the air and we can get together and you can send it to my email address and I will have it for next week so I can talk about this sponsor that I have that I never knew anything about. You know, I tell you. WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory. Baby, let me tell you, how's everybody doing out there on this beautiful day? This was a beautiful day, wasn't it? I mean, a gorgeous day. Now, I want to talk about some different things that are going on, but I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Well, what the fuck? I'm going to talk about it anyway. You can't tell me what to do on my show. This is my show. I have a sponsor, Mr. Booker T. Washington, but I'm going to get that information. I'm waiting on my guests to get here. Because y'all know I'll be talking about anything and everything. I'm going to be doing the birthday party on the 2nd of July for my girl, Miss Iris Harris. If you're listening, okay. Oh, okay. Sweet 100. Mr. Booker T. Washington, Sweet 100. That's over at 15789 Schaefer Every Sunday. Is this every Sunday? I guess it is every Sunday with Jackie C and Chuck Styles and the Detroit Rhythm Band. There's no cover charge, and this is for Mr. Booker T. Washington. Is that? Do I have that right? At Sweet 100. Every Sunday with Jackie C. Jackie C is a hell of a blues singer, y'all, and Chuck Styles is a hell of a band leader. So y'all have to go over and check them out on Sundays at Sweet 100. That's at 15789 Schaefer. You can call 313-273-8862 for more information. That's 313-273-8862 for more information. Thanks, Punchy, for calling me and reminding me about that. Woo-wee. I'm going to have to learn how to get me some music going so I can play me some music. That damn Al, he makes me sick. He got to deal with his car. All righty. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. I get that shit mixed up. Subscribe to and thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV, the coolest station in the world. Now we're gonna get together and have a big soul. We're gonna have what they call a black bottom soul party coming this summer here on Shane. We're gonna run the other people out of business that's got their thing going, but when we get it together, it's gonna be out of sight. We're gonna have plenty of stuff to do. We're gonna have vendors. We're gonna have a lot of entertainers, and it's gonna be out of sight. We're gonna have we're gonna probably be streaming it live too, right here on WJZZ Cool TV. Now the soul, the Black Bottom Soul, he said, what should I call it? I said, you just call it the Black Bottom Soul. We're gonna have fun talking about doing stuff with the entertainment world out here in Detroit. We got a lot of entertainers that are really great, that their talent need to be shown all over the world, and the best place to do that is when we do stuff like streaming it, because the people that have these big shows at these big venues like at Shane Park, at the Fox Theater, at all these big shows that's everywhere, they don't use any of the local talent, and I think that's kind of harsh. You know, how you gonna bring all these people in and don't use at least one or two of your local entertainers that you have here in the city? Cause I ain't worried about y'all booking me, cause see, I can stay at home and wait for direct deposit. It don't matter, but it's just that I hear somebody knocking at my door. Come on in. Hey.
What it is,
hey. What's happening, Mr. Deon?
Look here. The shop I stopped at didn't have Lay's.
Listen, sit down. Sit down. My special guest is here. He brought me, I told him I want, well, Better Made is good. It's homegrown. That's homegrown.
That's right.
My special guest, Mr. Deon Yates. Hey, baby, how you doing? I appreciate it. I'm hungry, y'all, so I'm going to let Deon talk.
What I got to talk about?
Talk about Deon Yates and what Deon Yates been doing and what's going on. I'm hungry. Roger going to kill me because he said no eating in the studio.
Uh-oh.
Roger don't know I'm hungry. I'll bite him if he come in here. This is his damn studio. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good.
I hate to rush you and stuff. You know.
I know I would have been here earlier, but I had to go to the store for somebody.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you stopped. So what's going on with you?
All kind of stuff going on.
Okay,
working on a new record.
Okay.
So I put off touring for a little bit just so I can spend time writing and producing. So it's been a lot going on, and hopefully I got all my songs. Now I just got to do my part.
Okay.
So most of the music is done. So probably later this spring I'll have the first single out, and I'm trying to get the whole album done by my birthday. So June 20th is my birthday. So hopefully I'll get it done by then.
Oh, that's wonderful. So the last time I saw you, we did the thing for Miss QB. Okay, but I haven't seen you perform. Deon, God, last time I saw you perform was when Motor City had the stage upstairs. You was with that buoy. I think that's the last time But I remember when you started with me.
Long time ago. I actually
don't tell nobody my age.
But I started playing blues, and it used to make me so mad.
I know it.
Because I'm a saxophone player. But when I started, I think, I can't remember exactly what year it was, so I won't tell your age.
Don't do that.
I'll tell my age. I was a late teenager, so I ain't gonna say how old I'm gonna be, so they can't count and do the math for you.
Right.
But the first time I met you, we were at a rehearsal in somebody's backyard, and they was putting together a show for you. I can't remember if it was for Idlewild or something, but I remember Rick Strickland was there on drums, and Doc Witherspoon was sax.
Right.
And then you needed a keyboard player, and that's how I ended up coming there. That was a long time.
Yeah, but when you started playing with me, we were, excuse me, we were getting ready to go to Idlewild, but the Pocket Band, remember we were doing this thing for Kwame Kilpatrick at the fairgrounds.
See, your mind better than mine.
And you guys came
I forgot about the whole name, the Pocket Band. But yeah, the Pocket Band, yeah.
You guys came in because they talking about they had somewhere to go. They couldn't go to Idlewild, and this you guys used Jerome, Mike Kilgore.
Because we played at Idlewild a few times, so it all run into each other.
Right.
Now, because we'd have been there, so many times.
We played the MGM.
Yeah, when they first started music at the casino.
We played that twice a week.
We did MGM,
and Tony Wilson's
Greektown.
Yes. Well, oh man, ooh, we've been around the world and back. Remember when we went down south?
I went to
down to
was it
Hopewell, Virginia?
West Virginia, yeah.
Yep, Hopewell, Virginia, boy. We had a ball down there too. So, are you just writing for yourself, or are you writing for other people?
Mostly for myself. So I've written a couple of tunes in my career for other folks, but I mean I do so much other stuff besides music. I don't have a lot of time to just write for everybody. I got my own studio, so people need to come and track some stuff out. I help them with that.
Okay.
But I haven't written for anybody in quite some time. I do some collaborations with a couple of artists that we write tunes together, or I'll lend some horn parts to their stuff. So, but I'm just doing it for me.
I lied just now, right? When I said I hadn't seen you in a while.
Well, you saw me. You came over to the church.
I just gonna say,
but the last time you saw me was at Miss QB's.
Miss QB's thing.
Yeah. But you've been over to the church and got a chance. And just found out who my baby brother was. You didn't know.
Yes, Fernando. Man, that boy can sing. He can preach. He can pray. Ooh-wee. But how is Miss Yates?
She's doing good. She's actually, because we support like our friends and families and stuff. So one of her co-workers, that's a friend of hers, her children are very active in like the arts and music and stuff. So there's a play tonight out in Rochester that her co-worker's son is performing in, and so she had tickets to go see that. So she's out there for that. So we're always going there somewhere to support somebody. We go. Not a lot of musicians like go to other people's shows on a regular basis. You got some guests they might pop up, but we try to keep that presence. So you don't see me really perform a lot around town. I travel and tour and do shows, but when there's things, and especially people that I know, we try to get out and support them and come to their shows.
That's wonderful. Caller, come on, talk to me.
Motor
Hello.
City rock star calling.
What the hell you
That's a
doing?
rock
The
star.
Motor City
What,
rock
what,
star.
what is you doing on my
I'm gonna
show?
call your show.
Are you walking? Are you what's going on?
I'm walking. I'm walking right now. I'm on my way. Right now. I'm on the service drive, and I'll be coming up Shane pretty soon. I'll be the guy with the limp.
Well,
But
I
I'm-
was
but
trying
I'm-
to
but
give
I'm on
them
the
the
way. I'm on
information
the way. I'm
on
on-
the show that's down in Hattiesburg, and I hope I gave them the right phone number.
Oh yeah, definitely. I got a Deon Yates. Yates is my man. Yates is a talented dude. And dig this, I didn't know, and maybe you told me, Deon, that you had a studio, because I got to get some studio time in, man. So I'm gonna be calling you, man, on some stuff real soon.
Hey, man, you on your way here?
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm on my way.
Okay, yeah, we'll wrap it up. We'll chop it up and taste. So the thing with me, and that's another reason why I don't do a lot of production for other people, is because that takes time.
Yeah.
So my schedule is like really tight. So I have to really put some time in to do different things, because outside of music, you know, I'm doing media and communication stuff, websites for people, managing. I mean, I'm the director of media and communications for Parish Home Healthcare.
Oh, okay.
So that's a whole another realm of responsibilities that I have to do constantly. I'm still doing stuff for R&L Color Graphics. So I'm one of their go-to media consultants on top of music. So
Okay, well, Rock, we'll see you when you get here.
yeah, get here, man. We'll talk
I'll be
about
there.
it. We
Thank
gonna
you
get
for
here.
calling.
I'll hopefully see you before you leave.
What?
Yeah, I'll see you guys. I'm on the way.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Oh, rock star.
Yes. I think I got the word right. You're gonna be playing with us.
Yes. I'm trying to just finalize the details because that's a long drive, and
No,
that
it ain't.
yeah, it is.
It is not. 4 hours.
Well, let me tell you why I say it's a long drive. Because that weekend, I think Wednesday or Thursday, I'm boating up to Lexington, Michigan. So I got to come back that morning home and then drive to Idlewild. So I got to drive the boat from Lexington back to our marina.
Where in the hell is Lexington?
Lexington is past Port Huron, but on the water, it takes about 4 hours to get there.
What the hell you doing on the water? Fishing?
No,
Y'all cruising?
Yeah, we're going up there and just kind of hanging out with some of our marina neighbors and spending the weekend. Well, spending a couple of nights up there. They're having some kind of event, and we just going up there to spend a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
So, but when Juice told me, I was like, so we leave Saturday morning, which give me enough time. But as soon as I get back, because Tammy don't drive the boat, so I have to drive the boat. So I'm gonna say, well, you driving to Idlewild.
But hey, that would be cool. Bring the boat on.
Now that would take us a week.
You gotta
Because
go
think about it, you gotta
around.
go all the
You
way
have to go
around the top of
the-
Michigan and come down to
back
the other
down.
side.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would literally
well,
that's a
see,
week.
that goes to show you how much I know about riding a boat up somewhere.
Well, people think that driving on that water, you don't get nowhere fast.
No.
It take a while to get on
No, and see, and because they got a lot of lakes up there, you know, a lot of lakes, and the lady that we're doing Michigan Idlewilders, because you played with TJ before, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
It's been
Yeah. It's been a long time ago.
yeah, because his brother was living, Floyd was living at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Everybody was pretty much around back then.
Yeah.
That's how long it's
But
been.
this is something that the Michigan Idlewilders, I don't have the flyer. She was supposed to give me a flyer, but I know about it because I'm on that show with TJ, and it's gonna be nice. And the only thing about it is just there's nowhere up there to stay.
That's what I was going to ask you, because I
There's
was
nowhere
looking.
up there
I
to
was like,
stay.
it would
If
be
we
better if I
come
could
back,
stay.
we come back to. We have to come all the way back to like what is it, Saginaw or Flint or somewhere to find a decent motel or hotel or something, because there's nowhere up there to stay. And the people book Morton. Well, it used to be Morton's Motel. That motel that we did stay in up there, people book that when they leave. for the fall next year. So there's no place to stay. Now, it sure would be nice if we had one of them big RVs. Pull your RV out.
I don't have one of them. I don't have one. I know a couple of people that got at least some of those fifth wheels, because that would be nice, but that would have been perfect, because Tammy was like, is there a place for us to stay up there? Because, doing all that driving and then driving.
See, we got to drive back, because we got to be back on the second foot show. We got to be back down here for the show for the Sunday, because that's the Saturday night. We got to be back Sunday because we're doing a birthday party, and it starts at 2 o'clock. So we have to be back for that. And I really, it really would have been nice to have stayed and slept and had a nice time. But you're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, share, follow, and comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV. And my special guest tonight is Mr. Deon Yates. Deon is a hell of a keyboard player, and he's a hell of a saxophone player. I was telling her, that's another thing. I was telling Miss Vivian, they need an act for the 15th. And I told her, I said, well, I'll talk to Deon, and I tell him, and I give him your number, because they just need one person. I said, plus he blows sax and play keyboard, and the nigga can sing. So talk to him.
What's going on the 15th?
That's their, they're having a blues thing on the 15th. I'll give you all the information.
The 15th of what?
Of July.
July?
If you're not busy.
That's
their Ottawa Soul Festival. That's what it is. And I told her that I would give you the information because you were going to be on the show tonight. And if it's something that you think that you might want to do, you can do it. I said, I'm not coming back up there on the 15th.
I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 things on my calendar for that day alone.
Oh, wow.
So our fraternity is having their national convention in Houston. And then I have, there's a youth organization that I volunteer for and do some work with. And they have a race. Oh. So it's a solar car challenge. So last year we went to Texas, to the Texas Motor Speedway. So this program, the name of the organization is called Heroes Alliance, and it's all Detroit area high school students.
Wow!
So you couldn't imagine anybody more proud of. I went down there to Texas. We were down there for about 10 days, and so what these kids do is these high school students from 9th to 12th grade, they engineer and design their own solar electric car.
Wow!
They do all the building.
What's the age limit?
9th grade to 12th grade.
No kid, not that. I bet you that's a lot of
these
fun.
kids, they work hard. So we took about maybe 12 students down last summer. And so when they build the car, they take it to the Texas Motor Speedway and they race it.
Wow.
And so there's different divisions. You have 100% solar, you got solar electric. And so they built a solar electric car, and we won almost every trophy. We won every trophy in our division except one.
Wow.
And because it's like an endurance race, so they count up how many laps you put up for that day.
Are these mostly young men or young women too?
We had more girls on the team last year than guys.
Wow.
So we got a girl. So our students, they graduate from high school and they have welding skills. So we got one of our former students. She graduated from high school. She was in our program. She got an internship with the Department of Army as a welder.
Wow.
So Army internship starts you off at like $30,000-$40,000. So coming out of high school, that's her first job because she went through the program.
I'm going to give me a welding job. Shit. I know how to weld. Put that steel against that steel and keep it moving.
Yeah, but these kids did such a great job.
Wonderful.
And so this year, that's why I said my schedule is so booked, especially July. So this year, they're doing a cross-country race.
Okay.
So last year, it was kind of cool because I can still do my other work in the evening with the computer stuff. But this one, we're driving. We have to take the car from Texas to Los Angeles.
Wow, you driving that?
It's
Man,
so
y'all ass gonna be tired like a mug.
Whoever put up the most miles each at the end of the race,
right,
is gonna be the winners in those divisions. But yeah, so I got to figure out a way to film this while we're on the road, to stream it live, and to capture all of this stuff going on.
Oh, you know how to do all that shit. Tell you that. And if you don't tell me, dude.
But she's not going. I
did
it by myself last year, so.
Wow.
So I might have
you
to have
guys
some
have
help.
the skills. I was waiting on Jerome. Doesn't look like he gonna come. He waiting on Tim. He's supposed to be coming. I was gonna have both of y'all on telling lies and going on and going and on and on. But anyway, so you're doing recordings. You're doing when are you going back out on tour?
Well, hopefully when I get this record done.
Okay.
Because my last recording project, I had a tour set up, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So I had like the initial 20 cities was already booked for the tour. Mm-hmm. And COVID came in, the whole tour got canceled.
Man.
And the killing part is like, I mean, I was really doing a promotional tour for the record. So I had shirts, CDs, everything made up for the record. Mm-hmm. And then, so I still got some shirts sitting at home in the garage. So like, all this stuff was just sitting there because no shows.
Right.
So now that we're starting to get back out, I've done a couple of things. People are calling in for dates. I got a new festival. Alexander Zajic is doing a new music festival in Royal Oak this summer.
Oh, he's not doing Elizabeth Lake no more?
I think they're still doing that. Mm-hmm. But this is a brand new one they're doing. I think it's going to be called Royal Oak Live.
Okay.
And it's going to be, I believe it's going to be in June. Don't quote me on that. I have to look at my calendar. Mm-hmm. But he called me and asked me to do that. I think I'm doing Kimmy Horn's festival this summer. Okay. So, because I talk to folks, because everybody's like, you know, we haven't seen you perform. I was like, well, you know, I've been around. But I try to limit, you know, my local appearances, only because I want to have a different show. I want to be special. So when you come see Deon Yates perform at an event, it's kind of special things because you don't get a chance to see me that much. And I want to do something different. I don't want to just do the same old, same old. So I did, I headlined last year the East Lansing Summer Solstice Jazz Festival. Okay. And I did a couple of other, I did the Ribs and R&B Music Festival that Johnny Washington does at Hart Plaza. Uh-huh. So I host the jazz stage for that. And then I did the Inkster Festival. So those are...
I did the Inkster Festival.
So yeah, I saw y'all. Yeah. See, we forget. I saw
you.
So those are three things that are like in the area. Uh-huh. So I don't want to do too many.
But see, you don't see me a lot either, do you?
But see, that's how you do it. You got to be special to see OPP.
Yeah. I will not book shows here in Detroit unless the money is...
That's right.
I tell the band, I say, y'all work wherever y'all want to work. Mm-hmm. I got direct deposit twice, 3 times with Kwame.
and that's another thing you got to consider. The price is the price. You know, my full show, you know, most clubs and most venues around, they don't have it in their budget to pay for my full show.
Exactly.
And I don't. Now, I will do some smaller things, but like it'll have to be a 3-piece. But I'm limited and picky.
I won't do a bar.
Because I'll do like private stuff for friends and family. Mm-hmm. But it's limited to how many things I do. Just like you said, we are who we are. We're artists. We got to do it the way we do. Because then we cheapen ourselves. We bring our value down.
Right. That's why I tell the guys. I tell Jerome. You know, he have to work. Because he got them what you call them, Cass Tech and King.
He got them babies still.
That he got to make sure that they get. Mm-hmm. And I tell him, I said, you guys work. I said, I give you my dates ahead of time, but I'm not going to no bar work. I'm not doing these street things that they do. Mm-hmm. I don't do jam sessions. It's been right before the pandemic, I stopped singing in bars. Mm-hmm. And Birch was the last place that I sung. And me and Bert talk all the time, and I tell him I I just can't do it. I won't even go to a bar. I won't even go to a bar because I don't want to do that. I don't want nobody to say, well, oh, she thinks she better than I sung in Miss Cubie's thing. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the reason why I did that because I used to book Cubie on shows with me out in the colleges that I did, Kalamazoo, out in Lansing, out there at the university. When I was doing the college, Cubie was on the shows with me. You know, I put her on the shows with me. But I'm not doing that no more. I've been there, done that. I'm 75 years old, baby. And I have performed for the President of the United States, the Queen of England. I've performed all overseas and everywhere. I don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all go on and do what you do. Because Priscilla going to do I enjoy doing this every Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Every Thursday from 7 to 8, I've enjoyed just talking about the things that we used to do. And like Mr. Roger, they're getting together Black Bottom Soul Festival.
Okay.
Black Bottom. It's so many people here that was from the Black Bottom. Can you imagine how that's going to be?
Oh, that'd be
That's
nice.
going to be off the hook. A Black Bottom Soul Festival. Man, I can't wait to help him to get this thing going. But we got to, I be trying to help other people, Deon. I'm not going to tell you no lie. I be like the guy that sings with the Little Rascals. I put him on shows just so he can get the people can see who he is and what he's doing. And I try to put him on a lot of shows. Certain ones I can put him on, certain ones I can't. But I be trying to help people, and you do what you can.
Right.
And you try to help people. But I don't look for no pat on the back. I don't look for none of that stuff. I just want to be there to help somebody hey, if I can say, hey, I helped her to get that gig, or I helped her to get to the top of where she's going, or I helped him, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I just thank God that I'm here to do it. You know, I think I'm here to do it. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV. The Blues Factory live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, follow us, share, and comment. Talk to us. Call in and talk to Deon. 313 855. That's 3. That's a damn 3. 313-355-6018. Call in and talk to Deon, y'all. Talk to him, Deon. Tell us what's going on. Tell us something. Holler at your wife. But send some shout outs.
She ain't watching, but shout out to everybody that's out there, you know, tuning in and checking us out. You know, your homeboy is coming back home. Like I said, I've been on the road, but I tried to do some things here locally. So I think this summer I'll probably be playing in the area more than I've done in the past few years before the pandemic. So nobody was playing during the pandemic, but, you know, because I want to just, you know, reintroduce myself to the neighborhood. Most of the people in the community, the music community, know who I am.
Right.
But we got new fans, new people.
Right.
And so you got to keep stuff fresh. That's, you know, why I like to try to keep my shows up to date and bring out new things. So I just did the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. My wife's chapter just had their final womanhood luncheon last month. And so that was the first performance of my full group in quite some time. I think the last time my full group did a show, we were at the Garden Theater for Soul at the Garden. So it's been a while since I've had my singers and the full band, you know, on the show. And it was pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to doing more of that stuff. So I just had a conference call this morning with a promoter that's interested in doing a jazz series on Thursdays. And so he reached out to me to see if I was interested in helping him pull that off. And so we're talking about it, and we're going to see what's going to happen. And so he's talking about just doing it during the summer because it's going to be some place that has a nice patio area. So and if it rains, they have an inside place. So I gotta find out. We're meeting again on Monday to see exactly what we can do. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because he was telling me, how they used to do Robert's Riverwalk.
Right.
They had the jazz on Thursdays. Well, they sold the hotel, right?
Wow.
Yeah, they sold Robert Riverwalk. Mr. Roberts sold the hotel, and so I don't think they're doing that music series anymore. So that's a loss.
They still have the ballroom going, right?
I have no idea.
No kidding.
Because I don't know. I remember before Mr. Roberts sold the hotel, they had started transitioning into being a residential space. So part of the hotel was still you can rent rooms, but the other part people live there.
Oh, okay.
So the new owners, I don't know if they're gonna go back to a hotel or go completely residential.
Wow. That's something that, because I know the ballroom was really something, because I did a couple of things there for wedding anniversary, and I did matter of fact the Mamio women, we did our white party there. But man, that's a beautiful place, and they gonna turn it into a residential.
Yeah, I mean, it was part of it. It's been residential for some years.
Yeah,
but now I don't know if they're gonna go full residential or bring the hotel back. So who knows?
But they done changed a lot of stuff downtown. It's like the Riverwalk. It's not like it used to be.
Yeah, I mean, didn't they move the concerts?
The
concert they used to have, they went way, but they used to do one right behind the Renaissance.
Right.
But they moved that to the park that's on West Jefferson, way down on that area.
Behind the post office.
So I'm like, oh, God, they done moved that.
Man, they done moved a whole lot of stuff from downtown. And, the Arts Beats and Eats, they moved it to
Royal Oak.
Royal Oak.
I did that with you out in Pontiac.
The winter, right. And the Winter Blast, it's out there.
They took the Winter Blast too?
It's not downtown anymore. It's in Royal Oak.
What's the purpose? Because when they built Campus Martius, they had all the winter stuff. So the Winter Blast. So we got Campus Martius, we got Beacon Park, and so they couldn't do the Winter Blast. So then it's not the Detroit Winter Blast anymore.
No, it's Royal Oak. They got what they call rock and ride or rolling ride or something like that. It's out there in Royal Oak, and hey, John Wick know what he doing. They taking it. It's just like they done shut down all the stores downtown and made malls, and now they closing the damn malls down. You got to order from Amazon. It's just they changed everything. Everything is just changing.
Speaking of Amazon, because that's what's at Eastland now. They tore the mall down, and I think there's an Amazon distribution center up there.
Amazon right there on Woodward and
But no, they doing another one. So at Eastland Mall, the mall is torn down. Yeah. They're putting the Amazon right there.
The fairground. They done built the big old Amazon.
So I guess that's how you can get stuff the same day now. Because they're right there in your backyard. But I'm glad that Amazon is in Detroit where that is, because, just like the malls, Detroit didn't receive any benefit from none of our malls that we have because they weren't in the city limits. So we spent all our money, and all the tax revenue and all that stuff went to those communities. Yes. So at least the one State Fairground, that's in Detroit city limits. So at least that money will be coming to Detroit.
Yeah, but I tell you, I didn't go to the malls when they had the malls. Shit, I did not go. Man, let me tell you something. I went over there on Avenue of Fashion, Livernois and 7 Mile. They had Saks, they had Crowley's, they had all of the stores over there when I was going to shop and buy stuff. Man, they just done changed. Everything has changed.
Yeah, but if you stay around long enough, that's right. You stay around long enough, it's going to change.
Nothing stays the same.
I thought Rockstar said he was coming down Shane.
He's on his... No. Roger had to go get him. His show come on behind mine.
Oh, okay.
He's on his way, though. He might be out there now.
I thought I heard the doorbell ring.
He might be out there now. But anyway, I'm so glad that you took the time out of your busy schedule to hang out with me tonight. We try to do this every Thursday. I try to bring somebody different in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've lost a lot of entertainers.
Yes.
With that pandemic and other stuff, we lost Leroy Seabrook from the Fantastic Four. They just had his funeral last Thursday. Somebody else passed. Man, it's just so much that's going on, and I just thank God every morning I can get up and I can look over there at my husband. He done made the coffee and I can smell it all through the house, and he's doing fine. Things are just going good. And I thank him. Y'all say I talk a lot of shit, but I do believe in Jesus Christ. Let me tell you.
Amen.
He does wonders for me. I went into the emergency room on the 27th and came out the 27th, 28th, 29th, came out. They cut my neck. I had an abscess. And let me tell you, my husband said, when you was under that anesthesia, you was so quiet. But, oh, Lord, she's back. I said, well, baby, I'm going to behave, but I ain't going to behave. I'm going to step out. I thank God because, see, it could have been something, if I hadn't went to the emergency room, it could have been something different. But it didn't affect my voice. I can still sing.
All right.
Ooh-wee. Did not, and I thank God for that. Jerome, I know Tina didn't come back for you to get here, but that's all right. I ain't going to talk about you today. I'll talk about you next week. I just think Deon, tell Miss Tammy she got to come on my show. She got to come.
We got to catch her.
Yeah.
We just came back from Minnesota, so I'm a Sigma and she's a Zeta, so both our organizations had our regional leadership conference in Minneapolis. So we both were there, and so that was a busy weekend.
Wow.
One of the great things about it is me and Jerome, one of our early music teachers, probably like the second most influential teacher in music that I've had in my life, lives in Minneapolis. Okay. And so he's 83. Wow. And I got a chance to go spend like the whole afternoon with him while I was out there.
That's
and
wonderful.
I took my camera and I filmed him. I interviewed him and talked to him. Because, he's got some little dementia starting to set in. But I wanted to get that knowledge while he had all his faculties. So I'm making a documentary about the group that we had. He started a group called Bird Train School Now in 1978. And so a lot of Detroit people that's like my age era that are like musical icons around the city, a lot of us were in that group. Okay. So me, Jerome Yancey, saxophonist James Carter, trumpeter William Elijah, Big Will.
Yeah. I ain't heard from Big Will.
He's in Vegas.
Wow.
Trumpeter Dwight Adams was in that group. Rodney Whitaker, professor of jazz studies at Michigan State. We all came out of this group.
Okay, you and Jerome been playing together how long?
Oh, me and Jerome been playing together musically for about a good 45. No, let's see. I'm almost. So I had to raise that up. Let's see. Yeah, about 45 years. 45 years.
I know, because I saw some pictures of you and Jerome. Y'all look young, real young.
I got some pictures, too. I got to show you, because when I was at Mr. Washington House in Minneapolis, I went down in the basement and started going through some boxes. I got all kind of pictures from us when we were in junior high school.
Wow.
Playing. So I got juice. I got, man. Yes, I spent 9 hours scanning pictures into my computer. That's how many pictures I had. Because I was like, I didn't want to take them. He said, you can take that stuff. He said, that stuff been down there. I'm like, look, I'm going to take some when I find some duplicates that you got more than one or two of the same picture. But these are your pictures, and his son played with us. And so I was like, keep that for the family and the rest of them. But I took a whole bunch, so I scanned them all. So there's over 300 plus pictures that I scanned, and I got like 8x10s of photographs of Juice and me and a couple of them. There's some. We did a record. I was gone to summer camp that summer, but they recorded at Sylvia Moy's studio.
Wow.
So this is all like 12, 13, 14-year-olds recording at Sylvia Moy's studio. So I got pictures of Juice in there with his bass.
Wow. I saw something today, him with his big upright bass. I don't know what.
I think it was, he had a post, it was Lamont Johnson's birthday. Him and Lamont was on there with on the picture. Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, I want to say thank you again. We got a few more minutes to talk.
I'm missing out on some free food and drink. And I came to you because I told you I was coming to see you. So I'm a man of my word. My some of my frat brothers are out in Royal Oak at the cigar bar. And he called me up. He sent me a text message first, and then he called me before I was getting ready to come down here. He was like, "Frat, you coming out to the bar?" I was like, "How long you gonna be there?" He's like, "Well, I don't know how long we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here till about 9 or so." I was like, "Well, by the time I get from downtown Detroit,
you can jump right on the thing, go right there."
Yeah, but that's gonna be about 40 minutes. If I leave here at 8:15, 8:30, you know when Rockstar get here, we're gonna talk.
Oh yeah.
So by the time I leave here, but he was like, I got $300 worth of credit at the cigar bar that I need to use today. Is the last day. He said, so I'm trying to smoke and drink and eat. I was like, oh, I'll call you when I leave the podcast and see if you're still out there. But that's what we usually do on Thursdays. Because he had a daughter that was playing with the orchestra out there, and he would drop her off at rehearsal and go to the cigar bar. It was like right up the street, and we would all just meet out there and hang out. But I was like, nope. I told Priscilla I'm coming, and I'm going to be there.
All right. You're watching WJZZ Cool TV, the Blues Factory, live streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and other top social media platforms. So like us, share, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching WJZZ Cool TV. I want to thank Deon Yates for hanging out with me today. I want to thank my engineer. What's your name, boy? Derek Smith. I want to thank Derek Smith, and I also want to thank Mr. Roger Pensapenzi. I can't never pronounce.
Penzabene Jr. Roger Penzabene.
You know,
Penzabene.
I call him everything but what I'm supposed to call him. He know what else I can call him too. But I want to thank him for allowing me to do this show every Thursday. And I appreciate him. I appreciate the engineer, Derek, because he gets everything together for us. And our time is up. We got to go. See y'all. Listen. Yeah, gotta go. Thank you so much, baby, for hanging out with me.
For the one and only diva of blues and soul, the lovely, dynamic, sexy Miss